or something of the sort. Many people say ADHD. But I think whatever this is, it's incredibly worse than that. Put something down and immediately forget. And I think that someone stole it. And it's so ridiculous, why would it steal it? It's only sentimental to me. And then I think it must be because someone really wants to fuck with me. So they broke into my house, all to steal something that's falling apart that nobody in the right mind would ever want. It's like that time I thought somebody broke into my car to steal disc 2 of All Eyes on Me by Tupac. But then I remember nobody listens to compact discs anymore. Amy. And even if they did, why would they only take disc 2? Why wouldn't they take both of them? You know? If you look at something logically and it don't make sense, then it's probably not what happened. Whatever you concocted in your head, the most dangerous place. Luckily, I have enough self-awareness and world awareness to know that this thing in my head can be wrong, even though it's right most of the time, and it's been right for a long time. But we tell ourselves lies that we wanna believe, and what's way worse is when the world is one that's deceiving ya, and you believe it to be true. You like the way I sing? I think it's pretty cool. It's cool because it's mine. Nobody can take this away from me. They can't take it away through their insults. You can even call them that. They can't take it away. Well, I don't know how else they would try to take it away. I guess they could try to take my keyboard away. But luckily I have like 10 more keyboards. So, and I can play music. I've always written songs, like sort of on the go. Like I'll just come up with a song, not very good, obviously. But I do it all the time. I'm always coming up with little jangles, and it's funny that it took comedy for me to like really apply that. There's definitely an art to it. But I kind of agree with the dude that insulted me by calling it chopsticks, you know. He's saying, well, it's not music. I mean, it's not like stereotypical music, or it's not, what's a better word than stereotypical? It's not what people would generally think of as music, which is why I call it punk. So you're not expecting an actual song, you know? This is just me kind of ranting sporadically over some keys, so I allowed the keys to bring out whatever I want to express. I don't want to write actual songs. Every time I've tried to write actual songs, I fucking hate them, so I'm not doing that. Fuck that. Not going to a studio. Can you imagine me going to a fucking studio? I would kill myself. Anyway, it takes away the fun of it, you know? When you're, you know, just like trying to do something that's like random, and it doesn't have to be serious. It doesn't have to mean anything more than just like, in the moment, we're doing this. In the moment, I need to say this. Damn, that is so slow. There's nobody in the fucking parking lot. I love to see that though. I love to see nobody here. Sweating like a motherfucker. Look at that. Look at that. Do you see that? That's sweat. That's okay. We're supposed to sweat. Okay? We are. That's what those glands are for. It's like tear ducts. They're for tears. They're for saline. It's supposed to happen sometimes. Eventually, people are going to think there's something wrong with them if they have to take a piss. They're going to think there's something wrong with them if they start bleeding. It's like, considering how they react to all this other shit. But so I did have a point, didn't I? I did have a point. Obviously, I lost the point. Oh, but just making stuff for the purpose of making stuff. It doesn't have to be anything. It doesn't have to mean anything. It's just whatever it is. You know? The fact that we have trained ourselves to think that something is only good, or it's only important if other people view it that way. We need other people to understand us. We need other people to like us. We need other people to validate us and tell us that we're doing okay. Give us a thumbs up, right? I don't need your thumbs up. I appreciate it if you wanna hit that like button. I don't care if you do it or you don't do it. If you do it, cool. If you don't, still don't care. You know? Mainly because it doesn't matter. Supposedly it boosts the algorithm or something. I wouldn't know. But I'll be surprised though if a bunch of people like something. Like if I even get 3 likes, I'm like, wow. If it gets 12 likes, I'm like, holy shit. We better stop ourselves. But you know, I'm a serious person, but I'm also not a serious person. There's stuff that I do take very seriously, such as my wonderful flip phone life. Okay. Decisions that I make that I believe in. You know, like just being able to say no. Being able to say, fuck you. That's a lot. That means a lot to me. But you know, when it comes to other people doing shit, especially shit I don't agree with, you know, like, I can talk all kinds of trash about women making bad decisions, but you know, at the end of the day, I don't have to be that bitch, you know? And because I know that, well, I consider myself very lucky. But also, you know, it's just kind of stupid to bitch about it. Like, you know, one of our favorite things to do is bitch about the world falling apart. And how the world's falling apart because people aren't conscious of their decisions. But, you know, we can't make people be conscious. It's kind of like humility. You know, I think the reason why most people aren't conscious is because they don't have the humility to acknowledge that they've been lied to, or that they kind of enjoyed not caring about things. You know? I think the reason why things are so fucked up now is because it's harder and harder for people to distract themselves from what's going on. And that's why everybody's so aggressive now. That's why people are just so angry, and they're just bitching about all these things that they think are wrong in relation to, you know, human behavior. But that ain't gonna change people's behavior though, man. I guess it probably feels good to say that stuff because you're validating yourself or whatever, but I don't know. I just don't see the point of all that. That's just me. I've just never been into social media. I always thought it was a waste of time, even back when, you know, Facebook was totally innocent. Remember LiveJournal? I used to do LiveJournal. That was a long ass time ago. That was like eons ago, right? Yeah. The most active I was on social media was the, LiveJournal. Those days. I think LiveJournal still exists. Fuck, I probably still have an account. I'd have to check it out.